everybody. Hello, hello, hello. If you guys know me, you know I have been loving shopping at the thrift store. My husband's like, you need to go to the thrift store again. I'm like, yes, because you never know what you're gonna find. And my son, he comes in there with me. He's like, when are you gonna go to Goodwill? When are you gonna go to Goodwill? And then we go to Goodwill and he gets all mad because he doesn't find anything. But then there are times where he finds something and he is beyond excited. So yes, so right after I filmed my last haul, I ended up going to Goodwill right after I was done couponing, and I found a mother load of books. Okay, they're all for my kids, but I ended up finding all of these Babysitter's Club. I found 4 of the little sister books. Okay, I found 4 of those, and then I ended up finding 8 of the Babysitter's Clubs, and these are actually graphic novels. And I'm like, this was awesome. Like, I was debating if I wanted to get them or not, and I'm like, you know what, I kind of want to get them because my daughter, when she gets older, she'll want to read. And I thought, you can't pass up this deal. These were books that I read when I was a little kid, minus the graphic novel part, but I got all, was it 12 of these for 20 bucks. $20 I got all of these. I can't believe it. I was super excited to get 12 books for 20 bucks. Yeah, some of them were like $1.99, and then some of them were 99 cents. But for me to get them all for that price, I could not pass it up. I could not pass it up. So those are gonna go in her room. So when she's ready to read, or I can always read them to her. I'm more than happy to read them to her. So then we went to a St. Vincent's the other day, and she saw this book. And I was debating on getting this series for her. If you guys have kids that love this series, let me know, because I might start bargain shopping for this one. So this one's the Dork Diaries. I don't know what number. Okay, it's number 8. But she liked it because it was purple and it had glitter on it and it had a princess on it. Now this is a little bit more to read for her, but I thought she would actually kind of really like these. So I am debating. It says it's for 9 to 13, but I'm like, I'm debating if I want to get these for her. So if you guys think I should get these for her, let me know. But I got this for $1.99, so I was pretty excited for that. Then, this is not the book we found, but my son was looking at the books and he's like, oh my god, a Japanese version of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That is so rare. He was so excited. People were looking like, what the heck happened? And he's like, Mom, I found a rare book. Well, what happened is it was a book that was in Spanish. So it says, I don't speak Spanish, I'm sorry. He took it to school with him today. But we found a Spanish version of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and he thought it was the rarest thing to be. And I'm like, well, it's not rare. It might be rare for us to find, you know, around here. But he was beyond excited to find a Spanish version of the Wimpy Kid book. And I told him, I said, you should have a birthday party with the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. My son is dyslexic, and he is just by far obsessed with this whole series. I want to write the author a letter to him and say, hey, you know, thank you for inspiring my kid. But I got Ben a little journal so he can do a little, not writing. He's got a writing journal, but he also wants to do a lot of art. He's been trying to do like a lot of art with these guys. But I also found that book for $1.99, so he was super excited for that. And then he told me he wanted the movies. So one day we were at Goodwill and we found the first movie for him, so he was super excited for that. I says, we already have the movies, they're already on Disney Plus. He's like, I don't care, I want the DVDs. I'm like, that's fine, because if there's ever a cable, or if there's ever the internet problem, or if something just goes on where like we don't have Disney Plus anymore, plus our Disney Plus has commercials. But he found this. Then we went to another store and he found the rest of them at a Goodwill, so he was super excited. And then this one actually has a digital copy, and when I opened it up, I'm like, oh sweet, we got a digital copy. I hope the person who owned this DVD did not use it. Well, I go in to do the code, and the code worked, so we ended up getting a free digital copy of the movie. And then there was another free copy of the movie, so we ended up getting the first and the fourth movie on digital copy. So now I just need the digital copy for the second and third one, and we are set. So that was all the things that I got my kids. We went to a free little library that was near my neighborhood, and I found this, you guys. This free little library, it must have been either a mother getting rid of all of her daughter's stuff or some grandma, but they ended up having a Barbie from like the mid-80s and a Rainbow Bright from the mid-80s coloring book, and then they had a bunch of like different books for like from, again, the mid-80s. They had like Alvin and the Chipmunk, the Popples, there was a couple other ones, but I saw this one and I'm like, I have to get it. I have to get it. You guys, the Popples, if you know, you know. But I am like, oh, this book was awesome. And this is one of those books where it came with a tape. Like, do you ever remember going to the library and getting like the books with the tape and listening to it? Yeah, it even says it. It says that it is the kids stuff book and tape sets. So this one had a tape to it. But I am super excited to find the Popples. And I'm like, oh, do I want it? I want it. And Graham's like, just get it. I mean, there's a lot of reading in here for like a little kid's book. But I couldn't believe it. Popples. And then I also found this book in the free little library. It is by Jojo Moyes. She reads the Me Before You, and it is The Girl That You Left Behind. Now, I have read Me Before You. I loved it. I cried during it. And I thought, I want to try to read this one. I know my neighbor wants to read it too, but I really love it. Like, this book is like in perfect condition. And I found it in a free little library. Like, this is the first decent book that I found. I have been putting books in the free little library, so I'm like, if I ever find one, I've already put, my books were still in there from when I donated them in there, but I am going to get a free little library. I might make a little skit for you guys about that, but I'm pretty excited to have one. I'm debating if I want to have it in my backyard on our walking trail, which we have people walking on it all the time, or if I want to have it in my front yard. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, but I'm definitely going to get a free little library, and I'm super excited for that. Then we were at Goodwill the other day when I found the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I found the third Divergent series. I could not figure out the book I had. I knew I had the first one for sure, and then I couldn't figure out if I had Insurgent or Allegiant. I'm like, husband, can you go check my books for me to make sure I have this one? And I'm finally excited to get the third one. I'm excited to read these. I really love the metallic covers for it. So I do know there's 4 books, but the 4th book is called 4, and it's a little bit of a smaller book. I found it the other day, but it was a hard copy. I want to see if they have it in paperback, and if not, I'm still on a hunt for it, but you know, that's okay. But I'm finally excited to finally find this one. Super excited. So I got that one for $1. I got that one for $1. Then I went to a St. Vincent's and I found this one, The Things We Left Behind. Now, I have read the first ones. These are available on Kindle Unlimited. I do like this series. I should read more books by this author. I have yet to read her other books, just the 2 other books of Things We Never Got Over, Things We Hide from the Light, and then Things We Left Behind. I have to read it, but I found this book for $1.09 at St. Vincent's, and I was pretty excited for it. I mean, I gotta clean it up a little bit, but I really love the feel for it, and for $1, you can't go wrong. So, I want to read more while I'm out and about, so we got that, and then I went to Goodwill and I found this book, The House of the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. Now, I have read Under the Whispering Door by him, and I really like that book. Like, we read it for book club, and I was like, do I want to read it? Yeah, I'm like, do I think I'll like it? And I actually really enjoyed it. It was a good story, and I'm pretty excited to read this one. I heard a lot of good things from the people in book club for it, so I got this for $1.99, and I couldn't pass that up. I heard if you find this, you should not pass it up. So, yeah, that was everything that I got at the bargain store. Bargain thrift store. I'm pretty excited with everything that I got. I'm still looking. I go to Goodwill or St. Vincent's a couple times a week whenever I get a chance. My husband's like, you need to take a break. But I don't always buy something. Most of the time I just walk in and walk out. But I'm still trying to find more books for my kids for that kind of stuff. But if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you give this video a great big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys all next time. See you later. Bye-bye.